Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to be starting part 3 of our off-grid greenhouse power, and we're going to be installing this wind turbine. I think you'll enjoy it. This is our first time installing a wind turbine, so learn with us. All right, one side of this has got indentions. They have indentions on both sides, but one side has, it's flat with rounded edges, and that actually goes like towards the unit, and it fits really good. You're going to put a nut in. Right, and then you're going to put the bolt in on this side. Comes with this little wrench. I'm just going to snug it down. The next one, we're going to take the nut, put in the little holder, and then the bolt, and snug it down. We're going to go ahead and tighten these up now, and we will repeat this process on the other 2 blades and get right back to you. Capture me reading instructions, that's against the rules. All right, so we'll throw those away. It looks like what we're going to do is take the head of this thing, put the fan on it, turbine, and then put this big nut right here. And there's a we're turning the motor, tightening this up. So we're turning the motor counterclockwise. Not the motor, but the generator. Theoretically, it's close to the same thing. Go to it, feel a nice snugness. Look there. I'm just gonna put the front cap on it. This looks to be just like clips on. How easy? How easy was that? Just a little long. What I'm doing is I'm taking a female spade and I'm going to put female spades on all of the wires coming off of the generator, or the, I guess it's the generator. And then we're going to put on the wires that come from the mounting pipe, we're going to put male spades on those. So if I ever have to get up there and take this loose again, I can just unplug it and take it down. So I don't want to put anything that's hardwired in. So again, females on the generator side, and then we'll put males on the other. All right, so we've got the 3 wires on the generator with female spades, and we got this wire that goes up through the mounting bracket. It doesn't matter which wire hooks to which. So what we're going to do here is just go ahead and plug these together. That tube that it's going to go in, he's got a little lock here, so it probably hold the wire up. What I've done is made me kind of like a little knot. All right, we're back over at the house. I got my shop, my welder. I'm going to go ahead and take this big piece of black iron pipe, and it's got threads on one end. And what I'm going to do is cut the threads off, and then I'm going to weld the little plate that comes with the wind turbine onto that, so I have a place to bolt it up, and then we'll be back over at the farm. This is the mount that come with it. It's solid steel, very nice and heavy. So what I'm going to do is just center this onto the end of this pipe. I got to weld a bolt on that end so I can run another piece of copper wire to this. So this metal post is grounded, just in case lightning strikes it. And other than that, I think we're going to be good. All right, last night the Good Idea ferry struck, and I was thinking about that the downward load of the weight is going to be coming down. I have the straps that I think will be fine for carrying lateral load left and right. However, I want something at the bottom, and then I've got my ground strap on this side. So what I'm doing is I'm going to weld this bracket on. I just got this little piece of bracket laying around. It's from something, a Tractor. You could use anything. I'm going to weld this bracket on like this so that I could screw a big screw in and carry the weight of the pole pulling down all the time. So not a big deal, but we'll go ahead and get this ready for welding, and shouldn't take long. You know, I'll go ahead and weld inside here and then down the side. I think that'll be good. All right, now we gotta go work this wire down through the top of the pipe. The windmill ain't terribly heavy, but the pipe's freaking stupid. All right, so we couldn't, Tanya had to help me, so you couldn't see that part, but all I did is that bracket that I welded on, we held it up and she put the first screw in, and that holds all the weight up, and then we just put one strap on. Now we're gonna go through and put a whole bunch of straps up and down through there.
Yeah.
Make a loop back up here so that this wire is never pulling down. There you go. Now that won't be pulling down. This wrench don't want to let go. I think I'm gonna take some little black screws. Hopefully that'll fit both of them. Barely. Okay, now we've got the actual wind turbine mounted. It's above the greenhouse roof. That's important because as the wind comes from the west towards the east, it's going to ramp up and hit the actual wind turbine. I think it's going to make a positive effect on it. And these are all 6-inch bolts, or I guess they're timber screws. They're all screwed into 6x6s all the way through. This is white oak behind this. I believe this is white oak. Anyway, it's in a 6x6, and I think that's going to be more than enough to hold it, because it's only got about a, I don't know, I'd say roughly 3.5 foot radius, so it's not a lot of pressure on it when it hits. Let me put this back up. Oh, I'm doing that. Alright, so this is our what do you call it? A load dump. They call it a dump load. It was seeming like a load dump, but it's called a dump load.
Don't ask me, I don't know.
Anyway, this thing gets really hot. Make sure there's nothing that touches this. You don't want paper next to it. You don't want plants or anything that can get to this, because this thing can get very, very hot and possibly cause a fire. Now we're just ready to put our wires to here.
Okay.
That's why I looped it around. Had just one end. I just cut it in the center for the right lengths, and then now it just goes right in there. Now I got to run the other wire. So I cut all the excess wire off as much as I could, because the longer the wire is, the less, or the more resistance that's in the wire, and then the less efficient it is. So I only have the wires from the wind turbine as short as they can be. It's best if you're doing this when the turbine's not blowing, so God has allowed that to happen for us today. When they come out of the top of the turbine up top, they were red. All three were red, so I'm going to put all three red on this. All right, so we're going to put these 3 wires in. Like I said, I put red ends on all of them because it doesn't matter which one you put them in. Now we'll put a couple of clamps up here to hold this in place, make it look better. All right, we've got the wind turbine installed. We got the whole system set up just like the book says. All we got to do now is wait for some wind. This place is the windiest place ever, and today we're ready waiting for wind, and there's no wind. How about that? But there's going to be wind. Storm coming soon. So that's going to be the end of this video. We'll get some video of this thing turning. If you want part 4 of this, where we actually go through and do all the settings of this, just let me know. I don't see a lot of information on setting this up. I've still got to figure out all the finer details of this. But if you want a part 4, leave a comment in the comment section saying you want a part 4.